So
cool, very nice.
Yeah.
So I'll need.
And I wrote up, I'm going to send them this thing, and I can share this with you if you're interested. So just checking in to see how it's going with Storytime app. If you haven't had a chance to use it yet, I totally understand. Here's a tip to help get you started. Presumably you'll be reading some stories today or tonight at bedtime. Just record yourself reading them on your phone's voice recording app. That's it. It'll get you one step closer to using the app. Then when you have some time, you can use the Storytime app to take a picture of the book and upload your file. And there you have it, one story added. Now your child can listen to you read that story over and over again, and you won't have to say a word. You can relax. I'll reach out again in a couple of days to see how it's going. And then I got another one that says,
"Oh, Greg, you're a genius! Like that's well done."
Thank you. And then this one says, we've had some feedback from testers, and here's a few things they've shared. One, you can record your audio in any language you want. So if there are multiple languages spoken in your household and you have stories in different languages, you can use Storytime for all of them. Two, if you have kids who aren't with you 100% of the time, you can have them record some stories so that when they're not around, your kids that are using the app can listen to their siblings even when they're not there. And three, add the grandparents to the app. We all know grandparents want their young grandchildren to get to know them. A better way to get the kids familiar with them than by having their photo and voice on the app, especially if the grandparents don't live close enough to visit frequently. If you think of other creative ways to use the app and make the experience as positive for your kids as possible, let us know. We love it when our users discover new ways to enhance story time.
Dude, I'm blown away. That's, yeah, see, no, how long does it take you to write something like that?
I don't know, 5 minutes.
No time at all?
No, it just, I was in the flow. It just came to me. Here's a big article I wrote. I said it's totally unrelated, but I'm going to do a video of this next week or something. Smart goals are stupid.
Yeah. I'm surprised you
I
didn't
came up with it.
know.
I came up with a new one. They're called great goals. General, responsive, empowering, achievement-based, and tactical.
Okay. Make sure you have that file saved so that when somebody creates a great goal, then you just destroy them.
And the other one, this is unrelated to, but the lady I was talking to, did I tell you about brainstorming? Did we have that conversation yet?
No.
No? Okay. So she was telling me about some coach that she was listening to, and they were talking about brainstorming, how brainstorming is inherently flawed, because where the best insights and ideas come from isn't from your intellect, it's from your wisdom, which you can't think your way into. That's the whole power of this type of coaching that we're doing, is that you get into a connected feeling with people who fall out of your thinking, and your innate wisdom comes to the surface. So anyway, her point of view was that you shouldn't have brainstorming sessions. Anyway, so I wrote another article about brainstorming, which was instead of typical brainstorming things, what you need to do is create with your group a connected, calm environment where you listen to each other in a calm, respectful way, so that you get into that insight-friendly space. And then when you're all connected and all start having insights, then it's like what I call it, a synergistic idea generating machine. And it's actually not brainstorming; it's brain calming session. Anyway, so that's another article I started writing. I was on a roll yesterday.
Sure feels like it, man. That's fabulous. I wish I had that skill.
And I added the, let me share one more thing, since
sorry.
I'm on a roll already again.
Go.
Where are we? The resolution on this is terrible, but I just started playing with the header and changing the colors. And then I added all the.
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, you're not seeing anything?
No.
Sorry.
I'm seeing you, which is, I thought you were talking about.
I thought I hit the share button.
Huh?
I thought I'd hit share. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
So the
Okay.
resolution on the text isn't good because I just copied it from a screenshot of the app.
Mhm.
But
That's a beautiful header.
and then got all the tutorials here, and then a spot for, I haven't filled any of this in yet, but we're on the way.
That's a perfect header. Like that's just spot on. Where'd you get the graphic?
I just Googled nighttime cartoon sky or something.
Okay, it's not protected, is it? Is it
I don't
free?
know. It might. I'm just gonna replicate it somehow, modify. So we're good.
Yeah, because I've already like in Vibrant Lifestyle, we already encountered like a injunction $600, $1,600 bill, which we whittled down to about $300 in.
You've already what? Sorry.
No, when we had the store, we ran into a situation when we got sent a letter saying, look, we're the owners of this image. There's three big companies that own a lot of images, kind of like they're even bigger than Shutterstock or all of those. What's it called? Anyway, and they're saying like, yeah, so you're using the image without any license. You owe us like $1,600 or like $3,200. Like the amount was just crazy.
Yeah.
So here's the number you can call. Call the number. It's like, oh shit, dude, I showed them the page. Like, look, there's one visit to that page. So I ended up paying $300 in fines.
You know, if you've seen the episode of Silicon Valley, where the guy makes a whole living out of threatening people to sue them for license violations.
Yeah.
So.
Well, but that's a perfect banner.
Yeah, but all I'll do is just I'll recreate it with shapes and images in PowerPoint or something. Like it'll have the same look and feel, and it just won't be somebody else's image.
Yeah, but we may want to check depending on where you got it. If it is in fact maybe it's royalty free.
Yeah, I don't know. I just did the old Google copy paste. It's the Wild West out there, man.
It is. So here's where we are today. Visually, did I delete everything? Oh yeah, I deleted everything. Okay. Visually, almost nothing has changed except the fact that many of the screens now have a visibility condition. Not a visibility condition, but filter now applied. Again, filter is referred by. So in other words, you're always looking, if you are the user and you have a certain family in the referred by column, then you can see that anything that's within that family.
Yeah.
So if your referred by is blank, then you're SOL.
What if you have multiple referred bys?
Well, that's the thing. So then I started creating this relationship table where there's a family ID, current user, and who they refer. So there's all of this. This is where I need help because I got. I'm thinking of maybe writing a couple of user stories today, just so that the path is clear, because there are so many avenues. For example, I was thinking, okay, so you get the app, you set yourself up, then you share the app, and then I created 2 user groups, which are family, and it says can add books and narrations.
Yeah.
And they can invite somebody else, and then there's a user cannot add or edit anything.
Yeah.
Haven't assigned those rights to any of the functionality yet, but those exist. So user is like a nanny or a babysitter.
Yeah.
So then a family member if they invite somebody else, highly unlikely, but let's say they do, they will also be attached to your family because your referred by keeps propagating, your email keeps propagating.
Yeah.
Then they decide to buy the app themselves, which means the referred by becomes them. It means that there can be a situation, and I don't have it visible right now, like this email, the one you register with, creates referred by.
Yeah.
And if you add GSF Fisher@rogers.com, you will be also referred by. But then you buy the app yourself, and then there's another line which also has the same email, just like the one here, but then referred by changes to GSF Fisher. So now everything you do within this app is linked to that.
Right.
Question I have is that there are multiple, I don't even know if there are challenges. I haven't just played around. It's just when you start, okay, sorry, I'm mumbling here. Question is, let's say you have the app and you've been invited to an app.
Yeah.
When you go to add the book, I need to know which family you're adding it to.
Yes.
So that is the functionality I need to figure
Well,
out.
I think that, you know, the drop down on the screen that says log in as dad or log in as whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think it needs to, the login needs to be a combination field of family and user.
Yeah, I think so too. And this is kind of where,
so in other words, like if you log into your app,
mm-hmm.
I mean, when you're in your app, you're logged in as a user in a particular family, but there should be a way to log out. I don't know if it's log out, but to switch from one family
that's the thing, because
to the next family.
In the free version, I can't have access to modifying the login screen, which is what I was going to ask you to do, is just to show the paid version that you had to see what you can do in the login screen.
So why don't we just pay for the version? It's $32 for the month.
To see if we can use it.
Well, I mean, you know, we've invested 2 weeks of our lives into this already. Like, I think we're past the point where.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? So I'm just gonna buy it, and that way.
Well, I don't know if I can do it right now. If you unshare your screen, let me share.
No. It's what I was gonna say is let me buy it, because for exactly for a month, we're gonna be that's my share of your Miguel's.
Yeah. Well, I'm already set up on that account.
On which account?
On the account we're using, right? Because it's the team thing.
Yeah.
So which
the third one.
This one?
Mm-hmm. No, I think you.
So if we go here, this is I guess this is the one, $32.
Yeah.
Yeah. Continue. Public Pro app, yeah, that's the one. Continue.
Got a coupon by chance?
Nope. Continue.
Wait.
See here, I thought that you're looking for a coupon.
Yeah. No, can't find anything.
Or I'm hitting the button. Updating. All right, you can log in there again, see what it says for you. Is it flagged as a pro app now?
Logging in, Team UIP. Pro, yeah. Sorry, I think I just bumped you out. Oh, sign in screen. Background logo. Use background image in loading screen. Background, okay. Logo, user agreements, yeah. Okay. Template submitting billing. Integrations, analytics, sign-in screens. No. Oh crap! There is no sign-in screen. Sorry, there is a sign-in screen, but you can't. There's no additional buttons that you can put on a sign-in screen.
Yeah, but I don't know if it has to be on the sign-in screen because you only get asked to sign in kind of the one time when you put it on your phone. So to me, it's more of a like another, not really a welcome screen, but there's like a I don't know if it's another profile screen or something, but it's basically it's how you toggle between.
Yeah, I'm thinking it maybe has to be in a menu.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, where's privacy now? I can collect real user emails.
Yeah.
This will store real user emails in your app's data. It's your responsibility to protect this information, comply with applicable laws regarding such data. Nice. Yeah, this is, yeah, I'll probably need to take a walk and just think about this because user walks in. Can I give them a selection of what family to join? Yes, I can. So when they choose that family, what happens? Like what exactly happens? Like where?
Well, the way I see it is you've got a table that has the user and what families they belong to, and then there's a column for selected, and they can only select one. So it's all it is filtering, like, because really in the data they have access, like when they're logged in, everything that they have access to is in the tape, like it's in the background, but you're filtering the front end to only show them certain things, and then whatever they're on, if they're editing or adding, then it's using whatever they've selected to populate the tables for any additions or edits.
It's just when they're making a selection,
Yeah,
it has to write somewhere because that's how filters would work. So when, for example, when you make a selection to add a narration, you have that drop down which is fed by one sheet. When they select that drop down, that value is written into the narrations sheet. So what I'm thinking,
right. But isn't there like a radial button or a checkbox or something that you can create as a column in a table that they are selecting? It's kind of like a relationship table that shows them the one-to-many relationship, and a column and a button that they select.
yeah, but what does that like when they select, what does that mean?
Well, then that's connected to or used as the filter for all the views in the app.
Yeah, and that's and see, and then we got to that again point. In order
Yeah.
for that to be a filter, it has to be a value in a field.
Yeah, but it's like the filter is selected equals true.
Okay, so user, all of the potential families that they belong to.
This is where being remote sucks, because it would be great just to be in a room with a whiteboard.
Yeah.
And map it all out.
This is, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time visualizing this, because it's very.
See, this is what I loved about Access, is because you would build like your queries and things. You add your tables and you put all the arrows, and like it's kind of like Garu, like you visually see
connection,
how all the relationships of the tables come together.
Yes, that's true. You know what? Maybe that's what I should do. Just go into Access and just create that. Because look, I have a table where there, for all of the users, I have all of the values of potential households.
Yeah.
So then I can give a selection. So then, see, what I don't want to do is I don't want to, in the family field, I don't want to change the referred by. So that needs to stay permanent.
Yes. Yeah, you might need another field, like family selected, or it's just family. Like I think somewhere you have your one-to-one relationship for the user.
Yeah.
And then you have to have another table that is the one-to-many, that the person can belong to many families. And in that table, it doesn't really matter what their referred by is. It just matters that they're part of that family.
Because
or as many referred bys, I guess. Maybe that's like you don't ever want to overwrite their original referred by.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah. It's almost like I need a table where it's a session, user, and selected family.
Yeah.
But then
I guess the confusion or the dilemma, like you said, is like I'm referred by somebody else, but then I buy it. Somewhere you got to store, like they're now, like that in the way it's structured right now, that would become the referred by.
Yes, but it's going to be a separate line.
Yeah.
So it's a separate line where you are now the owner.
Yeah.
And if you're the
instead
owner,
of should that be a separate table that has that instead of a separate line in the same table? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking through. That's what I'm thinking through. If we pass the question on to Miguel, is that going to cost us money?
I don't think so. But I haven't spent any time like looking, other than the call I had with him and then sharing the video. I didn't wrap my head around how he had his thing. His
thing is simpler though, because his thing does not generate content. It only plays around with existing content.
Yes.
So I've already thought, because there's another complication. What if multiple families have the same book? And if you look up the book by its title, then you might be coming up with many narrations.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's got to be some kind of concatenated value between book and family, narrator and family.
Let me just share this quickly. So the way this works is, for every book. So hold on, let me just add a book here for a second.
Like this is one of those things in programming where there isn't really a right and a wrong way to do it. I suppose there is at some level, but like this is where you and I could both create this different ways and achieve the same result.
Yeah.
And they'd both be right. Although I can see that yours would probably be more technically sound than mine. But I just, like, everything I've ever learned on any of this stuff has been through trial and error, and I don't really know what the hell I'm doing. I just figured out how to make it work.
Where's the book? Oh shit! This is the thing. Must have changed something here. Edit action, add a row to set column. User referred by, uploaded by, user referred by. Yeah, why did it not do that? Hold on. Yeah, this is
That was one of the things Miguel talked about, was using the user field.
yeah. So let me see books.
Did you watch the video part about my real estate app?
I have, yes. It's actually it actually makes sense. His point was also accurate. Is like, how do you make sure that this is this does not overlap with anything that's existing?
What do you mean existing?
Well, he was talking about like making sure that like the images and none of that information overlaps with Realtor.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
It's so funny. Like, one of the discussions I had with that lady yesterday,
Mhm.
I was sharing some idea about something. She's like, "Oh, somebody's already done that," but it just made me laugh in my head. I didn't laugh at her, but just in the back of my head, that how you come up with an idea. Like, invariably, anything we come up with, somebody could conceivably has already come up with. Like, there's,
Yeah.
but it's funny just how quickly people dismiss ideas or opportunities that they think about just because somebody else has already done it, versus the paradigm of like, that actually validates that it's legitimate if somebody else has already thought of it. Like, the second guy to invent the light bulb say, "Well, Edison already got me, so I'm not going to do it"? No. Or
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. Okay, so and see how this works now that when I have added books, like if it's a dad, I can see the book. If I'm not a dad, I can't see the book, and it's all because books have a referred by column. This one,
Right.
same as family has a referred by column. Same as narrations is use referred by column.
Yeah.
And they don't have anything to do with uploaded. See, and this is
referred by is basically analogous to family group.
sorry.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Referred.
it's just a family group. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just called it because when I created it first, I was like, I need to know if I add some family member, I
Yeah.
need to know that I added it. So it
Yeah.
just stuck. But this is referred user. Oh, that's fine. See, this one I'm still wondering if I need, when I add the book, do I need this? So
Well,
then
I think so, because that's where I don't know. You can think through the referred by, like when somebody buys the app after they've already been referred. Because are you better to use that family ID throughout the filtering versus the referred by.
So then essentially what I was thinking is you create something like a choice, and the choice is you go to the sheet relationships, and you look at all of the values in family ID that you have access to.
Yeah, and it would be like it's a screen that it only comes up if somebody belongs to more than one family group.
Yeah, but then how do I? Fuck, I need to filter this down.
Yeah.
So I need a row, where per email I have all of the family groups in a line.
Yeah.
And I've seen that done in some of their guides, and I just can't find it for the life of me. Like, how do you get? Because
See, in Access, you'd create a query.
Yeah. I know exactly. Like, this is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. And here, I don't know.
So now what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to view this as anyone. Let's get you started. And I'm going to create a user here. Vadim shall. Oh,
I'm just going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. Just connecting it to Stripe, because otherwise I can't test the button. Here's a buy button. So theoretically, product info connected to Stripe. So buy button is title is buy button, options, visibility, currency. Okay. US dollar. Requires shipping address. No. What does this mean? Add to shopping cart. No. Price. So name, product info. Why would, okay. Description, image, product ID, price. Okay, so
Does Miguel have another table for that?
Yeah, I think I have to have another table for that.
Do you want me to? I can open that up and look on my end, rather than you getting out of that. Just give me a sec. Yeah. Tables, sales, admin, courses, lessons. I don't see a table where that's
yeah, it's gonna be here.
There.
It's gonna be at new glide table, and
buy button.
It's gonna be name, story time.
Oh, so he has a price in his course column
Mhm.
is where he has the prices. That's
Yeah,
a
but
fee.
we're selling the whole, we're selling the whole access to the app, so it's
Yeah.
create your own family and amazing. Then this has to delete, so. Oh, shoot.
Here's what you do: you put the price that they see as $4.99, but you charge them $49.99 and hope they don't see it.
That's just genius.
I was at Loblaws once. We were trying to figure out how we were going to make our year, period
Yeah.
13. And our boss is like, I want every idea on the table. So I said, well, I know we make a ton of O&A on batteries. So why don't we just ship a shitload of batteries to the stores? Because they're all franchise stores. We'll make a ton of money. And then if they get mad or they don't sell them, they can just ship them back in period 1. But for period 13, we'll make the money. Or I said, or how about this? How about we go into the system and we do a typo on the O&A line, and instead of getting $10 a pallet, we get $100 a pallet, and then in January we go, oh, we found an error, and we give the money back to them. And they're like, fuck, you're devious, man.
Yeah, you are.
And I'm like, I don't know. You said you wanted all ideas on the table, whether they're ethical or not. That you didn't.
Yeah, you didn't specify.
Did you know when I worked at Sobeys, there was a huge brouhaha because when they used to bill vendors for coupons, scan coupons, so they would run their query to find out how many scan coupons were shipped, and they would add a 5% slush fund or something.
Jesus Christ.
And charge the vendors, and then they were implementing a system where it was more automated, and it was glaring that they had underhandedly been taking this slush, like fudging the numbers, and vendors obviously weren't happy. I think that's what it was. They started selling data, so then all of a sudden, because the vendors previously had no way of verifying whether it was accurate or not, and all of a sudden they got all the data with the history, and then they were like, and of course when they going back and compare, and they see, how come every single one of these is out by 5%? And so then it's glaringly obvious that this is not an error. This is a systematic fuck job.
That is crazy, man. That is just,
it's criminal.
Yeah. Okay, so what does this look like? Okay.
You're good, man.
Shopping address, place order, $4.99 total. Phone optional. I can't modify this form, can I? Okay.
You need shipping address.
You need an address. You need a billing address. It doesn't have to be shipping address.
Why do you need an address?
I don't think you do.
Like when I buy stuff, like all the cards I just created in ThriveCard, I don't ask people for an address. I don't think, do I?
Just don't.
Oh yeah, I guess address is on there. Yeah, to verify the credit card.
Yeah, it's the. Yeah. So this one. Title.
I'm just thinking. So some of the checkouts I've done on other sites is just the postal code they ask you for.
And then we do something like text here.
That font you used for the story time thing, was that in Canva?
Yeah. I can give you a higher resolution image for no problem.
Yeah.
I can't do, oh man, why can't I do alignment here? Okay, that's fine. So then you click buy. You get here, you must use the test payment method. Oh crap, I don't have time for this. Phone optional, yeah. Place order. This is the thing that I don't know what happened. Okay. So when this is all filled in, this screen is using Stripe's test mode for development purposes. You must use the test payment method instead of real payment method. Your published app will use Stripe Live mode and accept real payment methods. Okay, what's the test payment method? Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that's what Thrivecart uses too, 4242.
125, 111, zip, M8W04. Oops, 0V4. Okay, so place order. So what does this see? This is what I'm seeing. This might be a challenge. Like, who? Okay, done. So what just happened? I'll need to go back to your app, like because I was expecting that at that done point, I'll be able to like.
Well, did it create anything? And do I want to look in Miguel's app? What?
Well, this is where I was going to go to this one. Hold on. Like when he buys, like that buy now button, where is it?
Yeah.
Here, this one.
Buy button.
Product info, description, image, row ID. Okay. Currency, dollar.
User courses.
By Stripe. Okay. Show comment. Add coupon. Okay. See, how did he get rid of the address? Oh, it's probably, you know what? It's probably here. It's probably you can configure it here on the on this side. Connected accounts.
There's probably a tutorial online.
Probably is, because I'm yeah. Because I like the fact that he doesn't collect any address information. Neither would I wouldn't want to do that as well. Like, we don't need that.
Mhm.
But where is he configuring it? Okay, I'll figure that out. Billing, no. Integrations. Sharing. Because technically you could do, yeah, where was I? New tab? Yeah, new tab. So you can do like buy the app. You buy the app. Options. Edit form. No, that's not the form I want people to edit. Son of a bitch. I wonder how this works. Oh, here, of course. There's the button, require shipping address. God damn it. There we go. Way better. That's the toggle. Okay, fine. Figure that out. But then, so in that app, in this app, he's got courses, shopping cart. No, let's see, courses. Like, how did he do the yeah, this is the interesting one. Role ID, license course ID. That makes sense. Discount coupon entered, price coupon valid, price. If coupon valid temp is true, then price discounted, otherwise regular price. Okay. So he's not registering it here. Okay. Sales. Column 4, course ID. Admin. See, there's one thing that about Glide here is that because it seems like I have a sinking feeling that the way it's done is through Stripe. This is what I have a feeling this is how it's done. So he takes a Stripe transaction,
Yeah.
recharge, and creates a spreadsheet row where a person bought it. At which point in time, Glide then knows that you bought it. But before I jump to that conclusion,
But can Zap create a glide row or no?
no.
And can you combine?
After a user completes success, Glide will automatically populate a new row in a separate sheet called App Purchases. Each row will contain all the information about the details of the purchase, including SKU of the item. Here, you'll find the processor link. Stripe investment credit. Okay. Okay, so then in our app, that table should have been created. Have we seen the table? App product, no. Because if that's the case, then it's easy. Okay, let's go through that again. Buy now, card number, paste. 0401 25 12134 M 833 S contact information. Yep. Place order. Your order has been placed. Done. Okay, this doesn't coincide with.
The buy button lets you sell items in your apps. When users tap the buy button, your app can trigger a checkout screen or add the item to their cart.
Are you hearing
You
that?
can sell items
Yeah.
in over 130 different currencies, and all transactions are handled securely by Stripe. We're going to look at setting up payments with Stripe, enabling the shopping cart, configuring product info and the checkout screen, testing the buy button, and post-checkout. After you add the buy button for the first time, you'll need to set up your payment provider. At the moment, you can choose which currency your items will be listed in. However, users will be able to purchase items with their own currency, and Stripe will make the conversion. Currently, Stripe supports over 135 different currencies. If your app is pro or within an organization, Glide will charge 2% on top of Stripe's fees. In free apps, this is 10%. By default, when users tap the buy button, they get taken to a checkout screen. But you can change this and enable a shopping cart so that when users tap the buy button, it will add the item to their cart, which they can visit in a separate tab. To enable the shopping cart, tick the shopping cart checkbox in
Not
the
interested.
hidden tab, just like the chat tab. You can change the name and icon of. You can have multiple buy buttons in your app and enable add to cart on some of them. Tapping the buy button will add the item to the screen right away. You can also add 2 buttons to every list item, one for buying the item straight. When users buy items, the properties of that item need to be passed to the buy button so that it can be processed correctly. We'll see how this data shows up later. In the product info section, therefore, we see 5 fields that can be connected to the columns in your sheet. These are the name of the product, the description, the image, the product ID, and the price. Product ID needs to be a unique code that is used to reference that item. Typically, this is known in inventory management as an SKU or a stock unit.
Oh, SKU.
If users are buying a single item, they'll see a preview of that item in the checkout screen. We just assign in the product. However, if users are buying multiple items at once, then they'll just see the total. Depending on what kind of product you're selling, you may or may not need a shipping address. You can toggle this on and off in the buy buttons option. You also have the option to display Stripe's logo customers have. Rather than spending real money in your app, you can test out the buy button in Glide to simulate a real transaction. Testing mode only works for you, the app developer. Your users will experience real transactions as normal. To use test mode, you can pick one of Stripe's test payment methods and enter this in the checkout. For the expiry date, you can choose any date that's in the future, and you can use any digits for the CVC and zip code. After a transaction has been completed, Glide will pass this information to a new sheet in your spreadsheet. This sheet will have all the properties we assigned from the product info, as well as the purchaser's details, time of transaction, and the processor link. The processor link will take you directly to the transaction in Stripe, where you can see more.
Okay, this doesn't help because okay, Glide. Strange that they haven't updated the documentation. Oh shit, it's not support. I need oh actually maybe Stripe. Show Stripe purchase. It would be great to access the purchase record while in the app, especially when no Google Sheet is connected. And post number 2, add to what Darren said above. I just tested and no app logins are written to glide tables about the purchase. Since you don't have the sheet to validate the transaction, you can't configure the buy button. 3 days ago. Especially when no Google Sheet is connected to be able to go beyond access the purchase records within the app, especially when no Google Sheet is connected. Add to what Darren said above. Just tested and no app logins are written to glide tables. How's this a solution? This is glide tables. Subscription to monetize. My thought is to use Zapier subscription service to buy me a coffee to update a Google Sheet. This one I'm seeing doesn't look like you can currently connect the Google Sheet if you any idea. Publisher may create an indirect connection to the Google spreadsheet by leveraging a webhook action. Not exactly, so I don't know if it supports webhooks, but Integromat certainly does. So we to move data instantly. Which sucks. Oh, this is not good. Where are logins and purchase logged if there's no Google Sheet connected? I'm creating an app with only glide tables since I don't want to be limited to the maximum number of rows. However, let's see the user logins or purchases. In other apps, I used Integromat. Okay. The row limits still apply above the user glide sheet. That said, I'm aware that row limits aren't currently enforced for the pro apps, but that doesn't mean they won't be in the future. I'm just testing with. Holy crap.
When was this? What's the date on this? 3 days ago?
Yeah, 3 days ago.
That's a bit of an uh-oh on their end, isn't it? That if you use glide, they want you to use glide sheets.
Tables, yeah, they want to use the glide tables, but they don't allow you to. So how does the buy work then?
Can you do a buy button that takes you to a Thrivecart link?
You could. The again, back to the question, where does the user information get stored? See my point?
Yeah.
Because show strike purchase and glide tables when no Google Sheet connect. Okay.
Because you can't write to glide tables, is that right?
I don't remember if I created it. I'm using glide only glide. I was under the impression that app sales sheet wasn't available within glide data. I can't view the app sales sheet inside here. How can I replicate it? Damn, this conversation went sideways. Oh, this is okay. So you have the pro account, right, Greg? There should be a support button then. Because this is terrible. I mean, it's another reason to rebuild everything on Sheets, but that.
What happens though, like if you went to a Thrivecart thing on the person's phone, I guess the question is still how you got to make sure the transaction is completed before you flag them as having bought.
I mean, I understand what's happening here. Their integration with Stripe is good and all that, but realistically, I don't need to have the transaction happen here unless people something buying in the app. Because if you want to buy the app, we can do it outside of it, but then we need to write to a Google Sheet, not a Glide table.
Yeah.
See, this is I don't understand. You're absolutely right. I mean, if they're suggesting that people use Glide tables, copy support link. Okay, please share this link with lines of grant temporary access to your app. Personal app. Okay, copy. Okay. Support. I think you might have to do it from your side, Greg. It just, what happened? Like, I mean, I'm back in the same spot. Support. And this is where I end up.
You're not logged in anymore there.
I know, and every time I log in, it takes me back to the apps screen. Well, that's a bit of yeah, because then Miguel would have had he doesn't even have that purchase table here. That's not how I wanted it to work. Can you share your screen? Can you go to that support page, see if you're logged in with the when you're a pro?
So where am I going?
Go to the three dots at the top. Yep, and the copy support link. And now go to support. Glide.io, yep. Oh, sorry, no, go back to that tab, that the question mark at the bottom. Did you copy this?
No, I thought I
Yeah, looks like
copied
you
that.
did. Question mark at the bottom of the screen, bottom, yeah.
Yeah.
And support. See, it also says login. Okay, login.
Where do you put that link?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, there has to be that. We have to create a ticket. No. It's that link is for them to be able to access the app. Oh. Okay.
Copy support link. Okay, let's say support is not available for personal apps. All right, please. Okay.
So what? How do we get support then? So it's
Well, this isn't. Is this what they're calling a personal app?
so it's a no, it's pro public.
This is a pro, yeah.
Yeah. Scroll down. Oh, sorry, in your Fisher, Greg Fisher on the left-hand side and down
Yeah.
below at the bottom of those three dots. Privacy settings sign out there. I would have expected that question mark to lead me to support. Okay, so and then go log in. Go support and log in. Great. It's like a circular reference.
Open a support case.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah. Billing, configure. I have a how do I question. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is where you put your email in.
So what is this?
Configuring Stripe with glide tables. No, none of these. Yeah, just go to the description and say like in description, the available tutorials suggest that the only way to capture a buy transaction,
Available tutorial suggests.
that the only way to capture a buy transaction is using Google Sheets. I have built my app on glide tables. How do I manage it now? How do I configure it with glide tables? And then that's one question mark, and then another question: where is the transaction? Where is the purchase transaction information stored? Okay, and glide login emails. No, it's not different from above. Okay, attachments. Strange. I would have thought that this would be where you wanted to paste the app.
Paste that. Should I just paste the code in here?
Yep.
Submit?
Yep. My question is not the question. Yeah. Click this. Yeah, it's basically like I've read my community and it hasn't been answered there.
My question is not a how do I question. Okay. That's so the worded there. So
Yeah.
that's not,
Huh.
all right.
Okay, let's see what they come back with and answers before we make any other changes, because if we do have to move to sheets, then so be it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna solve a heck of a lot of issues. You don't even have to pay 2%. You already done this?
Yeah.
Damn, Greg. Genius.
There you go. So this is
You did the glow, eh?
yeah, where's the original? That's theirs. That's mine. There's mine.
Solid, man. Solid.
Can they send me a letter to try and find me?
Hey, this is okay.
Did you get anyone else to try it other than your sister?
Yeah, my sister and my family. So my sister is supposed to call me today when she's able to.
She added a good Russian story to her app. I saw.
She did.
Yeah. So are you going to noodle around ideas on how to do the tables? Do you want to do that on your own? Do you want to do that together?
Well, let's see how they respond. I need to because if we're putting more work into glide tables,
Yeah.
if I move this to Google Sheets, because
Yeah.
Google Sheets accepts formulas and it's
Yeah.
an Excel, I can do. Look, I can do different things because I can relate sheets to each other just by
Yeah.
saying equals that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that then creates a different environment for me. I don't know if they update differently, but look, there's also a situation.
Is the problem with Google Sheets that it's not secure?
Don't know. So what?
It's got to work in. I can't believe that it.
Yeah, I mean, like how could the developers have missed that?
Yeah.
I'm sure they come back and are going to say how that works. The one thing, because there's also another situation where we a different way of doing this. Is we don't do the complexity.
Mhm.
What I'm thinking is, so you're the owner of the family. You can add whoever you want. It all works. It's all fine. If you want to create a new family, then you just buy the app
Install
with,
another instance.
with a different email.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's so painful.
Yeah, it's not like, well, most people have multiple emails, but that's not good.
I'm confident in our capability to solve that.
Yeah, I'm sure this is going to be like a light bulb going off at one point in time. I'm just trying to think through use cases. Like you send it to your grandfather. It's not likely that he's going to be inviting anyone else. Like there's
Well-
one person that's going to be managing most of the invites, right?
Yeah. But I can see like I don't know, especially with like I just think of my own family situation,
Yeah, yeah.
and both my brother and sister are divorced. My brother's remarried. Like there's, what I mean? Like there's just a lot of different combinations of things that could happen there.
Because I was thinking in the introduction screen, there's a field relationship, which is relationship to the child.
Yeah.
And Natalie quickly pointed out, like when she was filling it out, she's like, relationship to who?
Yeah.
So if I'm just thinking that it may make sense for us to limit the use cases where only one person can invite. Whoever paid for it can
Yeah.
invite.
Yeah.
So then we don't have to have this complication of who belongs to which household.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it,
But I don't think that eliminates it, because like you buy the app and you're using it for you and your kid.
yeah,
And then you invite your sister and she puts stuff on. Then she decides, you know what, I want this for my kid. And then she buys it. You still have the same scenario where the same user, and then you're on her app and she's on your app, and you both own your own apps. Just like, I don't disagree with if you limit the part of the use cases, if you're not the buyer, you can't invite, only the buyer can invite people onto their app. That makes sense to me. But I think if the app is as good as we think it's going to be, then all of these interrelated families are going to want their own versions of it. And the grandparents are going to be on all three. In my case, I've got a brother and a sister. Like my parents would have been on all three apps. We don't need to solve this today. I mean, maybe it's worth taking a day off and not thinking about it.
maybe it is.
And it'll come to you in the shower or something tomorrow.
Maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it is. I'm feeling like I'm staring at you, and I'm staring at I'm staring at the black. It's just I'm asking the question, and the question is like almost like a black hole gets sucked in, and there's no response. It's like yeah, this is where app. Who was helping? Who was saying that they're doing app development? Like this is where skill trumps kind of for this.
Yeah. Well, Jason Go's brother just finished his schooling.
Yeah.
He's a full stack developer. I don't know what that means in terms of.
That means that he can write those things from scratch and doing it from not just a portion of it, just doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me think about this, because it feels to me that the solution is so simple that's why I can't I'm not coming up with it, because it's so simple.
Maybe what I'll do today, because I'm not up to speed on what you've been up to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go in and I'll document all the tables that you have in the fields.
Yep.
In some kind of a spreadsheet or something that I can see all the components, and then that might give me some ideas, and then I'll share that with you tomorrow, and you can look at it in that context.
And you can export all of apps data. So you know what you can do? Do a clean installation of that start app, like delete all users, delete all books, and run through it yourself. Let's say you will have to be the owner, then you invite your wife, and then she doesn't need to narrate, because you can add those narrations. But when you invite her, see if she she can,
I just want to do this while you.
Yeah.
Um,
and I would like you to do it on your phone, not on the screen.
yes.
That's why I was getting so tired yesterday, is because you're always jumping between devices.
So this one I'm going to duplicate,
Yeah, duplicate this.
copy the sheets.
Yeah, remember the invite function will not fire an email, so you'll just have to give her the QR code.
Yeah.
Copy the sheet, yeah. It's gonna appear down below, so the previous one, the previous copy of Storytime, delete that, so it doesn't
Well, I'll
okay,
just
so now
change.
go to work, no, left,
Do you want me to change the name of this or no?
it doesn't matter. It's you can, yeah, like red test.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
Go to tables, left, yeah, this one, and just delete, hit the button delete, yeah, family, and delete. And see that viewing as VASNAT at the very top? At the
Yeah.
drop down, yeah, and just uncheck that box. Yeah. Viewing as anyone. Okay, it should, oh yeah, and then go to relationships and delete all 3 rows.
Okay.
So this should give you a clean app, which you need to publish first. And just, so scenario number 1, you have the app, see the glide app IO, just do something that you will be able to recognize the app link or use the
Click
QR
here.
code. Yeah. You have an app, you create your profile, you add a book, you add narration, you invite a family member comes in, adds a narration to the same book, adds a new book, and adds a narration to that. You go and invite another family member, they add a book and add a narration. They I think those are the most common scenarios, is when a family member has a book and they want to add a narration to it, and when they don't have, well, they can't not have a book. That's the only other thing.
You can't what?
They cannot not have the book. That's the thing. This is the one thing we didn't think about, is how do grandparents narrate a book that they don't have?
Yeah, well, the options I thought of is when they're visiting,
Yeah, or they buy the book.
they go to their local library and get a copy of it.
Mhm.
Third one I thought about is you can take pictures of the pages and send them to them. Third is you do a FaceTime with them and hold the book up and they read it while you're showing them the pages.
You are very creative. That's actually very good.
You know, you can Google like apparently my wife was telling me this morning that the author of Hungry Caterpillar died. There he is. Old text.
No, we're talking about.
Right. So I don't know if every book you'll be able to find the text online. You know, Brown Bear. Brown bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. Red bird.
You're talking about copyright violation. What is this?
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm sure there's books you can't find online.
Yeah.
But let's see. 7 Habits of Happy Kids text.
No, that's textbook center.
Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, let me noodle on this, and I really hope that they get back to you with an email quickly. Because look, if we move into sheets, then we solve like there's no problem in the purchase.
Yeah. Did they email me yet? Let me see. No, I just got your request has been received.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, buddy. Let's wait for this to somehow resolve.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
And if we need to go to sheets, that will go to sheets. Think about use cases. Think about if we can limit somehow, because we are getting tripped out right now because we're trying to build the perfect app and not the first version of the app.
Yeah.
Because the first version of the app should be just same household.
Yeah. Yeah. What if trying to think. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'm just thinking when, like, I'm trying to think whose devices are you using, right? So if you're the parent or whatever, you're using your device, but the kid's going to have I don't know if kids at a young age have their own device, but
Not at that age, no.
Often though, you'll have like they might not have their own device, but the parents will have an iPad or like a secondary device that's not their phone.
Yep.
That the child uses.
Not at that age. Well, I mean, closer to maybe past like 3 years of age. Like
Yeah.
you're forgetting how little those kids are.
Yeah. No. I just mean though, like that if rather than using your phone with them, that you have a third device, like it's like I don't know what to assume really.
Yeah.
Like I've got a BlackBerry. What was it? The book that their tablet. It's a boat anchor now. I've got 2 or 3 iPads that are boat anchors now because they're just so old. I got a Microsoft Surface that is a boat anchor. Anyway, like I got lots of tablet stuff. I never use them. All right.
Yeah, let's park this for now.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, we will.
Don't worry, Vadim. I'll handle it.
By all means. See ya.
All right. See ya.